G'day, I'm back again. Another year's rolled around. I've had a bit of a slow start to the year in terms of getting some content out there, but here we go. Now, guys, what I like to do at the start of each year in my business, and we have already done so, and what I like to talk to my clients about is setting some targets. Now, whether they're turnover, sales, fees targets for the calendar year or for the financial year, those are the two times that I like to undertake the following exercise. Generally in business, what we look to do is start off with the top line, your turnover, your fees, your sales. When we set our turnover targets, it's important to have some sort of basis for these targets and not simply pluck a figure out of the air. That is something that's a terrible trap to fall into for SMEs, and I've seen it many times. When people say to me, I'm going to turn over X dollars, and they clearly have no idea how they're going to get there. They have no plan. They have very little understanding of what their business is made up of and the types of jobs that get them to their turnover each year. So what we like to do is sit down and go through an exercise of rocks, pebbles, and sand. Nothing too earth-shattering here, but a very important and simple task that you can do. The first thing to do is sit down and consider to yourself and potentially look into your database to see the sales. What you want to do is consider what for your business is a large job or project. What dollar value is it, and what sort of resources do you need internally to make that happen? How long do you need to get that job done? Consider the dollar value of those medium-sized jobs, the number that you can get done in any given period, and the bodies or hours required to make those happen. Again, bear in mind that you need to fit these around the rocks, the big jobs. So we can't simply work out the hours in the year and multiply it out. It just doesn't work like that. And that's why we start with our rocks. Once we've dealt with the pebbles, the medium-sized jobs, we then move to the sand, the bits and pieces that come in every day or every week or every month that fit in around those rocks and the pebbles. Then we just simply multiply it out. What we do there is we look at our rocks, the number of jobs that we think we can get done per year, multiplied by the dollar value of those. Same with pebbles and also with sand. Once we multiply that out, it becomes pretty clear pretty quickly just what level of turnover we might realistically expect to achieve this coming year. Now, there are a couple of things that we take from this. Do we consider, is that enough? Would we like to increase our turnover from that? In which case, we need to consider, do we need more resources? Do we need to take on more staff to be able to achieve that turnover target? The other thing as well that it does is it might highlight the areas of the business that we need to focus our business development. We won't have enough rocks to keep us going in the coming year. But what we're lacking is actually the pebbles, the medium-sized jobs that really fit in nicely around those larger jobs. What we tend to find is that we can't have big jobs all the time. The pebbles and the sand fit in around it and allow for efficiency of resourcing. Our staff can move from those larger jobs as they get to other stages. They can move on to smaller jobs and undertake those tasks. We also have different staff at different levels, and it's important then to allocate the right staff to the right types of jobs. But as I say, once we multiply this out, we're going to be able to see, are we on track for our turnover target? And if we're not, do we need resources, or do we need to focus our business development in certain areas? Larger jobs, medium jobs, smaller jobs. It's really important to do this, guys. And believe me, do this a couple of times. The first time, it's going to be a bit of a hassle. It's going to take a bit of brain strain, and maybe you're going to have to refer to your database a bit more than you'd like. However, once you do this exercise a couple of times, I am sure that you will find that this is significantly beneficial for your business, and it'll help guide you in many areas as to how you're going to achieve your turnover targets, and then look to let everything drop in behind it. You know, the use of your labour, the material expenses and all that falls in behind. But focus on that top line first and foremost, and then work your way from there. I hope you find this exercise useful. Have a crack at it. See how you go. I'm TC, and that's my 2 cents.
Now, before you jet, if you've got something out of that, like or subscribe. If there's anything about which you'd like my 2 cents, hit me up at this email address. Or if you'd like some business, accounting or tax advisory, message me at this email address. Or find me at tcs2cents.com or sabtees.com.au. Have a great morning, afternoon or evening. Cheers.